Well, Jordan, I know there's been a lot of sort of change, if you like, in the air recently. How do you feel things are settling down now with Ian Dawes now taking charge?
Um, yeah, obviously we had the whole of last week with Dorsey. Look, obviously the players we know Dorsey well, Parky, obviously being here for the whole season, so it was quite easy transition. Um, had the whole week last week. I think you've seen what we're trying to implement on Saturday, especially first half. Done really well what we wanted to do. It's just about keep on going now, keep working on it. We've obviously had this week to work on it as well. So yeah, we sort of altered our playing style a little bit. Like I said, you could probably tell a little bit from the first half Saturday. So we just want to carry on doing that. Working on a lot of things this week as well. So it's just about the lads carrying on doing it and trying to carry out what he wants from us.
Yeah, I was going to say that the new formation that we saw against Colchester, is that really what you've been working on this week?
Yeah, listen, like I said, he wanted to try his own thing, and like I said, I think we done it pretty well first half Saturday. Come away from it a little bit second half. There was a little bit of them, really throwing everything at it towards the second half. But yeah, it's just about obviously a new formation for the boys, new way of playing, new tactics. So it's just about really going out there on the training pitch like we have been doing and just working well. The boys have really taken it on board. Training's been really good intensity. So hopefully we can, take it another step further and play for, better periods, longer periods on Friday.
How does it affect, a defensive unit, a system like that? Because we tend to think of it as affecting further up the pitch, but does it have any ramifications for you at the back?
There's obviously pros and cons to every formation. But as long as you work on it, everyone knows their roles, everyone knows their responsibilities in and out of possession, then I think you can sort of eliminate most of the risk. That's just stuff we've been working on. It's about who's shutting down who's going to be here out of possession. Obviously trying to protect the fact that we don't want to concede goals, but we also want to be a threat going forward. So it's just about creating that balance.
Friday night football for this Harrogate game, is that something that excites you?
Yeah, really, really good. The nights at Turnbull Park are fantastic on Friday. I only had a couple, but they've been brilliant. So obviously looking forward to that tomorrow. Like I said, it's another chance for us to go out there and continue what we've been working on and hopefully go out there and put on a good show.
Yeah, what kind of a game are you expecting? Harrogate sort of down near the bottom of the table, but a few points safe at the moment. So they'll be up for it, obviously. They'll know that they need points.
Yeah, look, we it's going to be similar to last weekend, I think. Obviously, we're going to be at home. Hopefully, the playing surface is going to be a lot better for us in the way we want to play this week. But like you said, they're obviously fighting for their lives as well. So, but that's not to say that we haven't got anything to fight for in terms of playoffs and stuff like that. I know it's obviously out of reach, probably, but that doesn't matter. We've still got things to play for. Everyone has something to play for. Everyone has a point to prove. In terms of at this football club, everyone's got something that they need to fight for. So we need to be at it and really go for it and play well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that actually, talking to Ian Dawes about how every game, if you're a Tranmere player, is important, regardless of what might be at stake or might not be at stake. And you have to have that attitude as professional footballers, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. The season's not over till it's over at the end of the day. You're always playing for something. You never know who's watching. We're in a situation at the minute where we don't know who the manager is going to be next season. So you're playing for that. Players are out of contract. Players are in contract. So you always got something to play for. You need to have that mentality. And luckily, I think that we've got that here. There's a good group of lads. So everyone's working hard. Everyone sort of understands that. So we need to make sure we do that. We don't want to, just die off at the end of the season with nothing to play for. That'd be a real shame, to be honest with you. And, the fans don't really deserve that. And the staff around the club and the players don't really deserve that at the end of the day. So we need to make sure that everyone's at it. And, we keep talking about that every day, to be honest with you. And it's something that we'll speak about before the game tomorrow, I'm sure.
Because I was wondering whether there might actually, in a strange sort of way, be a bit more freedom amongst you now, or less pressure on your shoulders. But in a way that the pressure's always there, isn't it? It's still there.
Yeah, you can look at it like that in terms of sort of, like you said, there are pressures of, we're quite far away from the bottom. I don't think that's at risk at all. And then we ain't got the pressure of trying to chase those teams down at the top, because I think, that gap is quite large now. But like I spoke about there, the pressure's always there on yourself as an individual at the end of the day. If you don't put that pressure on yourself and you don't perform, then you're only harming yourself in the future. So the players need to have that mentality to go out there and perform every single week.